Hello, Tab Nation. It's your boy Tom, and today we're going to be doing a version 1, version 2 AutoHotkey script that's kind of more for fun, to be honest, but maybe you find some type of use. I forget who it was. Shout out to the person. They were talking in one of the chats about creating an AutoHotkey script about typing in on the internet. It's called like sarcastic text. And in case you don't know, people use it like in memes. I think it originated from SpongeBob meme, where when you want to let people know you're being sarcastic in the text, you basically randomize the capitalization and lowercase of the word. And that's kind of a way of how you protrude sarcasm on the internet, I guess you would say. So this is kind of a fun little script. So we're going to start with version 1. Let's take a look at the code, shall we? So it's nothing too crazy complicated. So I'm doing single instant force. You know, that's just something I put in some of my scripts. I've done videos about that, so I'm not covering that. I have a message box here, just letting me know press F1 or F2. That's just letting me know that basically that the script is running, remind me what my hotkeys are. Obviously, I could have been a little bit more detailed. Here's an example right here of what that means by that sarcastic typing. As you see, you know, the letters are kind of randomized in capitalization and lowercase. So today, we're using our hotkey F1. Change it to whatever you want, obviously. We're going to create a loop here. And what the loop is basically doing is watching for us to type. So that's why we're using input. This is, you know, single key. It's seeing what every letter we push. We're excluding basically all these right here. As you see, we don't need to randomize these kind of keys, you know, delete, insert, page down, because obviously those aren't going to be typed into whatever you're typing into, message box, notepad, whatever. So, you know, our message is air level, basically, and then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be randomizing a 0 or a 1. Basically, 0 is going to be lowercase, 1 is going to be uppercase, because that's all we need, is just an on and off switch basically between which one we want to use in our if-else statements down here. So that's what we got, you know, if message equals max, you know, basically it means a 1. So if x, meaning it's not a 0, it's a 1, we're going to send, you know what sends are, hopefully, and we're going to format it into, right here, as you see, U, which is uppercase. And, you know, whatever that single key is we press. So if we press A, it's going to randomize between uppercase, U, or lowercase l. And it's just going to, yeah, do that. Pretty self-explanatory. So that's our if-else. Down here, you know, we got if key state equals shift. Obviously, that's going to affect stuff. So then we're just going to go ahead and it's going to do shift or replace, you know, all that kind of stuff. This isn't going to be triggered very much if you're typing. I don't know why you would, if you're using this, why you would even be held shift. Honestly, this whole else right here could be deleted, and it's not going to affect anything really, as far as I can tell. It's just kind of there for more flexibility, basically. Now, F2 we got here is input box. So with this one up here, we're typing live, but maybe we have something in our clipboard, we want to do it all at once. This is basically the exact same thing, but all we're doing is we're getting rid of that input, you know, watching thing, and we're just doing this, where we're doing an input box. We'll obviously see this in action here shortly. And this is just, you know, enter phrase. It's going to save it as a string. You know, you can rename these variables to whatever you want, you know, especially if you're using multiples. We're going to send the input, but we're calling upon this function right here, and we're passing whatever we typed, our string, to that function. And here's the function. As you see, it's pretty much a lot the same. Here we're just kind of switching it up with a string lower. This character, a loop filled hello, a loop fill, blah, blah, blah. Then we're going to return our result right here, back up, and that's what we'll get. So yeah, should probably put a message box in here somewhere. Let's put a message box in here just so we can see how that works too. So result, put that there, just so we can see that. All right, let's go ahead. This is version 1, and then we'll do a little cool thing with version 2. And yeah, I should probably remember what I called the script. Oh, it's just called test now. Very creative. Oh, there it is. So we're going to get that message box. Lets me know it's running. Reminds me what my hotkeys are. Like I said, probably could have done a better job with that. Let's open Notepad. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to, let's start with F2. We're going to do F2. Hello world, it is your boy Tom. So yeah, we're going to push OK. And for some reason we didn't get anything on that. Oh, okay, it's kind of, I probably should have put that outside the loop, because that's obviously doing some weird stuff. Oh boy. Alright, let's get through that. We'll take a look at it here in a second. So we're going to do F1. So that's starting our loop. I'm going to start typing. And as you see, it's just randomizing lowercase, uppercase. This is called sarcastic typing text, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's fun. So putting this message box here was a bad idea, obviously. All right, let's save that. And we're going to restart that here in a second. Try that again. Delete that. All right, let's try that again. F2. Hello, world. Is it I you're looking for? Okay. For some reason, it's doing some weird stuff there. So that's not working 100%. Why is that? Let's take a look here, shall we? I definitely did something incorrect, but we'll skip this because most people aren't really going to be using that. I'll correct it, and it'll be in the description below with the explanation of why that didn't work. I don't want to waste your time, but you guys are mostly going to be using this one, I would assume, just for fun. Now, I didn't do this in version 2 yet, and the reason why is because I just want to show you a cool feature, a cool program that's out there. It's a V1 to V2 converter. If you haven't watched my video where I actually do a breakdown of it and show you how to use it, I'll have that in the description below. But I just want to show it just to remind you guys that it's out there. So we're going to do that. So we got this quick converter. I'm going to launch it. Like I said, I'm not going to go into much detail. We're going to paste our version 1 code here. We are going to push this little arrow, which will then convert it to version 2. Let me copy this over, because that's kind of small text. And we'll just open a new tab here. So here's the version 2. For the most part, a lot of it hasn't changed too much. You will notice a few things. F1, you know, everything's a function basically now. So you just need to put these brackets at the beginning and the end of your hotkey. And as you can see, there's actually sometimes notes added letting you know, V1 to V2, add brackets in the end, add brackets at the beginning. Message box, you know, stuff like that has been changed up a little bit, as you see. It's basically the same thing. We're just putting these little parentheses. Can't think today. We're just putting the parentheses in there, so there's that. But for the most part, everything else is mostly the same, I believe. Looks like it. A few other things, you know, with send has those in there too. But, you know, here's a visual. So only a few small changes between version 1, version 2, at least with this script. Like I said, watch that in the description below to see exactly how all that works. So yeah, if you guys like this video, definitely hit the like button. It lets me know what kind of videos you guys are interested in, so I know to stop or continue with them. And hit the subscribe button. Always throwing 1, 2 videos, sometimes 3 videos every single week. And I will see you all on the next one.